Good afternoon to those who will listen. It's January 18, 2018, 4:23 p.m. And here's the announcement that I wanted to make. I don't know, looks like I'm flushing more, unless it's just the lighting that's making my head look like oh boy, oh boy. I don't know, I'm flushing a lot. But anyway, I went to the University of Colorado in Denver to get a toxicology test, and I drive all the, I got the referral to go there because they said they would do it. When I got there, they said that they couldn't do it. Now let me know what you guys think about this. This is what the doctors told me. I think that's really strange, because usually they can just do a blood test and check for like toxins, chemicals, whatever in your system. But they told me that the only way to do the test, since it's inhaled, is to take like samples of my mucous membranes inside my nose. And then they said that the only way to be able to determine that is if they caught it right after I inhaled it. Well, obviously there's no way I could get to a hospital, in time to do it, because it always takes hours before they, finally do the tests. So I don't know. That does not make sense to me. I've heard a lot of people, that had these get sick from the fracking, and they had blood tests done, and they could find all the toxins in them. Let me know what you think about that, because they told me that there's no way they can do it unless they catch it in the first few minutes of me inhaling it. To me, that sounds like a lie, but I don't know. That's why I'm asking you guys. But to me, it seems odd that they would say that when they couldn't do it. So I asked for to do a heavy metal test too, see if there's any metals in my system, and they did do that. They took a blood test for that. I asked them if they could check for aluminum, because we all know that aluminum is in the chemtrails. I didn't want to mention any of the other metals that are in there, so I just said aluminum, and I made up an excuse that someone told me to test for aluminum. And then they said that they couldn't test for aluminum because it's not considered a heavy metal. Another question to ask you guys, do you think that that's true too? Because, I've heard of other people getting tested and they found aluminum, in their system. I don't know. To me, it seems like the doctors are just jerking me around. But it seems like there's nothing I can do. I think I'm going to be forced to move back to Iowa, where I came from. Depending on things, I'm leaving this totally up to God. I'm just praying that He will give me the answers to what I should do, because I'm really at a loss here. I called Section 8 to see if I could transfer somewhere else, in the county, or back to Iowa. And she says that I would need proof that I have a health condition, and I would have to get out of the lease with the landlord. Well, the landlord part I think I could do, but getting proof seems to be impossible. Nobody seems to want to do these tests, or they really can't. I don't know. It just baffles me that it seems like they should be able to do these tests, but they're not. I don't know. I'm asking you guys again, do you think that's true or not? Because I think they should be able to do any test that they wanted. And I would think if I was breathing in these chemicals, they would stay in my system longer than a few minutes. I surely, when I go to the hospital, it's lasting 2 to 4 hours. So wouldn't it be in my system still if I'm still suffering from it? And if it's coming out of my blood vessels? I don't know. To me, it just seems like they're not going to help me, and I'm going to be forced to leave, or, suffer more. Or, who knows? I mean, I'm not saying I would die from it, but there's been times where I surely felt like I was dying. And the first time when it happened, back in September of 2016, it started out with like allergies, and then into the early part of 2017, I was suffering from anaphylactic shock. My whole body would just go into convulsions. And, they did all these tests. They could never figure out what it was. And I kept saying, do a blood test, do a toxicology test, see if I have any chemicals in my system. And they always refused to do it. They always said, no, it's not, it's too much, too expensive, which I know it's not, it's $100. Or, fracking is safe. There's no way that could be it. so let's not even do it. And even when I begged and said, can you just do the test to ease my mind? Nope, they refused to do it. No, it's fracking is safe. It couldn't possibly do it to you. Blah, 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 blah. So I don't know. I'm just going to leave it up to the Lord and hope that I can get through. I'm going to try to wait for my taxes. I get my tax forms in a week. And then, obviously it takes a few weeks to get them back. I'm going to keep wearing my mask, and hopefully I can survive without having any problems until that time. I'm going to be forced to quit my job. I've noticed that whenever I do any walking, or like I live on the 3rd floor, so I'm walking up and down stairs, and that makes my blood pressure jump up and my heart rate jump up too. I mean, it's not as bad as when I'm having a reaction, but it's like I really think it's still in my system and it's still affecting me, just not as much as it was. So I don't know. All I can say is I'm going to keep praying and praying, and I got my pastor at the church, and they're all praying for me up there, and I really thank you guys for praying for me, because I don't know. I'm just leaving it to Jesus. It's up to him, whatever he decides I should do. But to me, this seems like maybe it's a sign that maybe my time here is done and I need to go back. I really want to go back anyway. I was trying to just hold off 6 more months so I could finish my Section 8, so then I could transfer my Section 8 to Iowa. But I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to lose Section 8. I'm going to lose everything. I obviously, I got all my stuff here. I'm only going to be able to take a certain amount of things, and I'm going to have to try to sell the rest or just leave it. I came out here. I gave up everything to come out here. I had a trailer that was completely owned by me, and I sold it off. And then when I came here, I was doing good for a while, and then when I got sick, I wound up spending all my money to pay off my bills and everything, and then that was gone. And then I finally got better again, and I was working, I was doing good, and I built up some money again, and now I got sick, and now I'm totally broke again. I mean, I got $50. That ain't gonna get me very far. So I'm gonna be asking some people if it gets really serious. If I have to leave right away, I'm going to try to contact some friends and see if they will loan me some money. I got taxes coming, and they know I'm good for it. I've never not paid anybody back. So I don't know. That's the only thing I can come up with. So here's the options are. The best option would be, hopefully, I can make it, until my taxes come, and then I can leave after that. Then I'll have enough money to go back. Or if I get worse again, if I have another reaction, if I have one more reaction, that's it. I'm done. I'm just going to do my best to get out of here as fast as I can. My sister she lives in the building next to me, and she's going to be leaving with me if we can wait till the taxes come. So that would help too, because then we could get we could split a U-Haul and split the cost and everything. I don't know, but all I can say is pray for me, people. That's all I can say, and I just thank you for praying for me. And whatever happens, happens. I'm just leaving it up to God. I'm leaving my options open, and whatever God decides. So if I have another reaction, then I know it's time to leave, because I'm going to be wearing this mask 24 hours a day. And maybe I might take it off if I'm taking a shower. That's about the only thing. Yesterday I took a shower, took my mask off. I took the quickest shower I could possibly do, and got in and out of there, and I was okay. So I don't know. I don't know. It's a tough situation. I don't know what to do. So I'm just, leaving it up to Jesus. Jesus, you're going to take over. You're going to decide what I should do, what I need to do. But, I was planning on going back in July whenever my Section 8 was up. I really need to see my kids, especially if, our time is really short, because I really believe that. I'm going to keep filming every day here until, I'm leaving. And then once I get to Iowa, I don't think the videos will be the same. I've never once seen objects in Iowa when I was looking at the sun. So I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, I looked at one of the videos, the one that I shot where it wouldn't zoom, and I can see planets. I see, well, objects. I won't say planets. But I see objects next to the sun. And, you know, the sun's, it looks pretty much the same. I mean, it looked a little different, but the same type of videos are coming out from, you know, me when I was up in Denver too. So check out those videos and pray for me. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for subscribing. God bless you.